So, ladies and gentlemen, today I want to discuss a unique technique, a special technique of Venus, which pretty much you will find extremely helpful in your chart. Because I've made a full video on my KRS vlogs, on my academy, Vedic Astrology Academy. So I'm going to discuss and give you some examples here because Venus, okay, this technique is about 8th from Venus. Because of the fact Venus, as you know, Shukracharya, has the Sanjeevani powers, the Sanjeevani Shakti, due to the fact he attained the Sanjeevani mantra after a long time of penance, like decades of penance. So what Shukra does is that it has the ability to revive. When the Asuras died in a war in the classics, Shukracharya had the ability to revive the soldiers. Okay? So in the same way, if we take Venus as Shukracharya, wherever Venus is in your birth chart, I don't care if it's the first house all the way to the 12th house, Venus is now present in a particular house. That means Venus is going to do exactly what Venus is here to do. So if I am Shukracharya, I'm able to revive somebody from dead. That means I'm using a power which helps something 8th from myself. Because 8th from myself is the ability to bring that Asura alive, bring that soldier alive. So anywhere Venus is sitting, Venus gives the power to revive that particular theme in your chart. And this happens when all hopes have failed. Why? Because when somebody's dead, when somebody dies, you can put them on the best, what do you call the breathing machine. You can give them a blood transfusion. You can start pumping their heart through machine. You can do everything with all the money in the world. But once it's dead, it's dead. It's not coming back alive. Meaning there's no hope. I'm sorry, this thing cannot happen. It just won't happen. Yet, when Venus is there, Venus is like, this thing is 8th from me. I have the power to revive it. So because it's my job, because this is the theme that has happened in every single chart, I'm going to be able to revive that particular theme. So for example, let's say if you took Kapiel Raaj, the grandfather of Vedic Astrology. Kapiel Raaj is a Libra ascendant with Venus in the ascendant. So that means now Venus is in the ascendant. What is 8th from Venus? The 8th house. Okay. And what do we know about Kapiel Raaj? Kapiel Raaj revived. He revived the knowledge of Jaimini astrology. Yes, Jaimini astrology may have been known with certain families and parampara. But the word Jaimini astrology with the 7 karakas or the 8 karakas and the chara dashas and all mandhuk dasha, padnadhamsa dasha. So all of these things were really brought up by Kapiel Raaj. So something that was pretty much hidden, nowhere, there was no existence of it, Kapiel Raaj brought it out. So that's the Sanjeevani power. There was something related to occult knowledge, hidden knowledge that Kapiel Raaj revived. And especially even Kapiel Raaj early in his life said that he was almost at the doorsteps of death and came back. His mother helped him heal, and while he was healing, to keep his mind occupied, she started teaching him astrology. For example, you look at the former President Donald Trump. He has Venus where? 12th house. So Venus is again, job is to do something 8th from itself. What is 8th from itself? 7th house of marriage and business. Donald Trump, no matter how many businesses fails, another one he revives. Whatever marriages have failed, he'll revive that marriage again. Always that reviving thing. You look at Amitabh Bachchan, the Indian superstar. If you're not familiar with, Indian cinema, his Venus is in the 8th house. 8th from Venus is the 3rd house. And there's 2 examples of this. One, 8th from Venus becomes the 3rd house of media, communication, marketing, performing arts. Amitabh Bachchan, remember, he banned media for about a decade. No interviews, nothing. And then by, I believe, early 90s to mid 90s, he revived media again. That, you can come and interview me. You can get my intake in this. You can come on my set. The other thing, when his career was down, all the way down, which is especially related to media itself, he revived his career again. So not him, but Shukra, from the 8th house position, revived things related to the 3rd house of performing arts, media, marketing. So just like that, when you go towards the 8th, 12 houses, wherever Venus is, it will revive that thing. Now, this doesn't mean that if Venus is in a certain place, it's going to keep reviving you. Because if you look at practically, at one point, a human being is going to go. At one point, a person will retire from their career, from whatever. Okay. So, reviving only happens when it's needed. The hope has to be failed. There has to be no hope. Everybody thought Amitabh Bachchan is done. He's never coming back. He's flopped. His ABC Corp flopped. They said this person's going to file bankruptcy. But boom, he revived his image again, and it actually became even better than even when he was in the 80s and 90s. Okay, now the rest of the placement of Venus, I've put it on KRS vlogs on KRSchannel.thinkeffect.com, and you'll be able to see that there. And then I'm also going to be making a video, very interesting, 7th from Mercury. I'm going to make a video on 7th from Mercury. You thought it was going to be 7th from Venus, and no, it's going to be 7th from Mercury. And the thing is, the way I did this is because, like I was telling you about Jupiter, how from the sign of Sagittarius, Jupiter is exalted in Aquarius, the most, according to Varamira. So just like that, when I'm discussing things in my group with my top secret astrologers, we have a group, and we will share techniques. One day here, in a month, we'll share something, we'll discuss something, and then you'll just ponder on it. And so when you hear about Shukra, just starting pondering on it, and I'm like, okay, well, if this is Shukracharya, then that means Shukra, his job is to revive things, 8th from itself. Because 8th house is a natural house of death and rebirth. Okay? So I'm going to be making that Mercury technique there as well this coming weekend. Okay? तब तक के लिए आज्ञा दीजिए. Namaskar. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.